You know that a few days ago, UAE announced its leading team for COP28. How do you see that?
Excellent team.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed by, I know Dr. Sultan Al Jaber quite well, and several of the team members around him. UAE has been a really incredible visionary leader on the subject of climate for many years now. This is not new. They were the first country in the region to do nuclear, the first country in the region to set a NDC, which is your reductions to meet the requirements of Paris. And I think having someone whose background has been in the oil and gas industry is critical right now because UAE is committed to move forward. And so I think, you know, between your president, you know, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, and between your foreign minister and your national security advisor, Sheikh Tahnoun, you have a group of people who are deeply engaged with the world and in the region, and I think they have the ability to help lead people to a place they might not otherwise consider. So I look forward to this, and I think Dr. Sultan gave a very solid presentation today at the opening of the Atlantic Council when he talked about how serious UAE will be in this job.
So you don't agree with some voices who are criticizing UAE that it's an oil country to host COP28 and leading by the chief of Abu Dhabi National Oil?
No, I don't agree with them. I think that that's a first blush, very simplistic way to look at this. The fact is that Dr. Sultan Al Jaber is committed and has been very public about the commitment of UAE to transition to the new energy economy. And by the way, this is not doing the world a favor. This is something that is in the interests of the UAE because the world is changing. The fact is that there are very significant impacts already from the climate crisis, and the only way we will meet this crisis and protect our citizens and build an economy for the future is by reducing emissions. Now, that doesn't mean that you could not necessarily have gas or something. I mean, if you capture the emissions, if you can do carbon storage and carbon capture, then maybe you can get ahead of the curve here. Nobody knows precisely exactly which technology is going to work most effectively. But what I do know is that the world writ large has made the decision to move in this direction. And countries that don't get engaged and that don't begin to work on this are really going to get left behind. And their citizens are going to be hurt, and supply chains will be disrupted, and there will be damages as a result from things that happen with the consequence of the weather. And look at the summers now already, how much hotter they are. Look at what's happening with respect to water challenges and food production. So I think it's a very smart decision, which we supported from the very beginning.
With experts.